The new Oxfam report is called Sick Development because I love the name because some crazy things are happening with the funds that the African private hospitals receive from the UK Development Financial Institute. So the report says that some private hospital chains and other for-profit healthcare centers in India, Mozambique, Kenya, Nigeria, and Uganda received millions of pounds from the UK aid budget as some form of investment to ensure that medical services are subsidized and available to the general public. However, instead of them doing that, these healthcare, corporations refused to subsidize this cost and actually engaged in some serious human rights violations and extortion of patients. Financial extortion, by the way. So now let's talk about what's happening in Kenya. In Kenya, the report revealed that Nairobi Women's Hospital were exploiting their patients all the way from like 2020, 2018. In 2020, there was actually this WhatsApp message that leaked where we see senior management telling their staff members that they need to ensure that they increase admissions and actually delay discharges to ensure that the income targets are met. You can see that the other messages it's on the screen right now where they're telling them, you need to stop discharging 14 patients. It's not sustainable, that we cannot continue doing this, that we need to make sure that they are locked. Then we move to Mozambique. In Mozambique, the hospital that was named here is called Maputo Private Hospital. This hospital, apparently during COVID, they received some funds to take care of, COVID patients. We all know how the world was at that moment. They received funds from the International Finance Corporation. But instead of making life easier for the populace in the country, they started charging like COVID-19 patients $6,000 deposit for oxygen and $10,000 for a ventilator. That's just so crazy. The same thing happened in Uganda with this hospital called Masekoro Hospital. Apparently, this hospital were charging people $1,600 daily if they are using their intensive care unit. Another hospital in the same Uganda, it's called TMR Hospital, charged one patient $116,000. And this patient even died from the virus. And now I'm telling you, if I was a family member of that patient, I'm not going to pay anything. Let them hold the dead body, because what's that? $116,000? That's just insane. Anyway, then we have my country, Nigeria, my motherland, the country with the 4th maternal mortality rate in the world. 2 hospitals were implicated in this report from Nigeria. The first one is a private high-end hospital. It's called Lagoon Hospital. You know, when they talked about this Lagoon Hospital in the report, this was the only hospital that they said they were prophilic beneficiaries of this fund. The report showed that all the way from 1999, Oxfam identified that this hospital has received indirectly or directly at least 100, investments to these hospitals. However, even with the investment that this Lagoon Hospital received, if you want to use that hospital, their basic, I'm not talking about anything intense, their basic maternity package would cost 50% of the population 9 months of their salary. And then if you're in the 10% of the poor, people, it's going to cost you 9 years of your salary to be able to access the basic package of their maternity care. Now, Lagoon Hospital tried to double down and say, no, we actually do allow even poor people, low income earners. Also, if you're on the national health insurance, we will let you into the hospital. But the gag is only 3% of Nigerians actually have national health insurance. This is as of last year, 2022. So who are they lying to? This is obviously a hospital for the rich, even if they've been given investment to subsidize. But now that I was reading, I'm wow, Lagoon Hospital, why can you do this? How can you do this? They tell me that the second hospital that was implicated, it's called Evercare Hospital. They're even worse because their maternity package costs 30 to 100% more than Lagoon Hospital. How is that sustainable to the general public? A lot of people in Nigeria are poor, by the way. Forget all the Afrobeats. A lot of Nigerians are poor. So this report right now is obviously just scratching the surface of financial extortion that's happening in African hospitals. Truthfully, I've always known that the hospitals in Africa has moved from like treatment centers to trade centers because they're trying to always make money from people. Anyway, after this expose, Oxfam is advising or recommending to the UK government that they should stop sending public funds to private hospitals and probably channel that money to like the public hospitals in the country because they would be able to take care of more of the population. I don't know how I feel about this because truthfully, I understand that it makes more sense to send this money to the public hospitals. But again, if there is no monitoring, if there is no accountability, the same thing is going to happen. So we need to tighten up. I'm tired of us collecting money and funds, first of all, from the West to take care of ourselves. But if you do get this grant, why don't you make sure you use it properly? Why don't you ensure that the funds go to the people that need it the best? And private end hospitals, you need to do something. This is crazy. The financial extortion is painful. But I want to hear what you have to say in the comment section. Is this something you've experienced in your community? Is this something you've experienced in your country? What are the rates for like maternity packages in your country? And do you think that these private hospitals are really exploiting the public? I want to see what you have to say in the comment section. We'll be right back.